Sikshayati, platform for eminent authors, engaging teachers, successful students. To know more, email. Performance of contract. Performance of contract is the fulfillment of obligations by the respective parties to a contract. It is the purpose of making the contract and the most preferred way of discharging the contract. Example: A agrees to sell his sofa at rupees 1000 to Y. X must deliver the sofa to Y and Y must accept the sofa from X and pay rupees 1000 to X. Performance of contract is execution of contract, after which the parties to the contract are discharged from their duties. Perform or offer to perform. The parties to the contract must either perform or offer to perform their respective promises. If X is ready to deliver the sofa to Y, but Y does not take delivery and pay X, X is said to have performed the contract and is discharged from duty. X may now sue Y for breach of contract. If Y has paid to X and X does not deliver the sofa to Y, Y is said to have performed the contract and is discharged from duty. Y may now sue X for breach of performance. Mode of performance. Accordingly, performance may be done as follows. Actual performance, where the promisor makes an offer of performance to the promisee and such offer is accepted by the promisee and the parties perform their respective obligations. It results in actual performance. Offer to perform. The promisor offers to perform his obligation, also known as tender. A tender of performance is equivalent to performance itself. If the promisee does not accept the tender to perform by the promisor, promisee does not allow promisor to perform, the promisor is excused from further performance and he may also sue the promisee for breach of contract. Effect of performance. Contract terminated. On performance, the contract is discharged, that is terminated. Right to get performed. The party who has performed his obligation gets the right to get the obligation performed by the other party. Legal consequences of non-performance. End to contract. When a party to a contract fails to perform his promise in its entirety, the promisee may put an end to the contract. Example: a servant is employed for 1 year on a salary of rupees 600 per month, but the salary for the entire year is payable at the end of 1 year's service. The servant wrongfully leaves after 3 months. He is not entitled to the salary for the period he has been employed because by leaving the service he has failed to perform his promise in its entirety. No repudiation. If the promisee signifies by words or conduct his acquiescence in the continuance of the contract, he cannot repudiate it. Example: a singer contracts with B, the manager of a theatre, to sing at his theatre 2 nights in every weekend during the next 2 months, and B agrees to pay her rupees 1000 for each night's performance. After performing 5 nights, on the 6th night A willfully absents herself from the theatre. B is at liberty to put an end to the contract. However, if A sings on the seventh night with the consent of B, B has signified his acquiescence in the continuance of the contract and cannot put an end to the contract, but may claim compensation for the loss due to A's failure to sing on the sixth night. Restore benefits received. When a promisee puts an end to a contract being rightly entitled to do so, it amounts to rescinding a voidable contract, and the promisee shall be bound to restore to the other party all the benefits received under the contract. Thank you for watching the video. Kindly write your comments. Click on the red subscribe button at the bottom of the video to get more details and free ebook. Email us.